back, guys. JT here. Today we spent the day with the nieces out at a swimming hole in a river. No lifeguards, just rocks and slides and kids being dangerous. Now, I have no children as of yet, but I have 4 nieces, and let's just say their ingenuity supersedes their fear quite often. And they get into situations that normal people might consider a tad bit dangerous. Now, of course, being a good uncle, I usually let them have as much fun as they're willing to have. I am the voice of reason occasionally, and I'll say, hey, probably going to jump into those rocks, but give it hell. That's how we learn, people. We learn from the mistakes we make. We learn when life slaps us in the face. I say we, I mean I learn when I get slapped in the face. Personally, I think it's a good tool. I think it's a good lesson to learn. Pain equals don't do that again. This isn't very complicated. I think too many people coddle other people. It'd be like if a little bit more slapping happened at younger ages, we'd have a little bit less shitty people out there in the world. Now, you know who you are. If you think you're entitled to something, you're not willing to work for it, and you think the rich people should pay for you, I don't believe that personally. I believe that the rich, and I'm talking about like the 9 or 10 people that control billions of dollars, the Bill Gateses of the world, the people that own ExxonMobil, stuff like that. Those kind of rich people. I don't think that they should be taxed. I think it should be more of they have to recirculate the money. Let them buy whatever. You know, sell them Texas, Puerto Rico, sell them something for their umpteen gabillion dollars, but let's get that money into circulation. Let them keep a lot. Let them keep 250 million, 500 million. I don't care. That can be their money. They never have to spend that. But the rest of it, you know, the economy works by people buying things. So if a couple people hold all the money, it's not going to work. You know, and then the problem is those rich dickbags that have been holding on to this money for so long, you know, saving every penny. You know, essentially they've made toilet paper out of all of that economical wealth, because once inflation gets out of control and the dollar becomes worthless, well, where are we? Well, you've collected a whole bunch of garbage, sir, or madam, whoever you are, Oprah, any of these people that have just tons and gobs of money. Not that Oprah's that rich, I'm just saying that there are people that have that kind of buying power that just sit on it. You know, if you play poker, if you want to make this easier to understand, if you play poker with your friends and everybody starts out with $100 and all of a sudden one guy's got $400 and there's 200 between the rest of the people, he doesn't really have to do much to still win the game. That's kind of how the economy works. People just sit on gobs and gobs of money. Well, there's less buying power in general. There's less economic power for our country if only a few people have all of the wealth. Like I said, don't tax them. The government can't do shit with the money. We've seen that. They do the dumbest shit ever with money. So let's not tax them. Let's make them purchase something, and that would be government related, like a regulation. They would have to spend the money, but that would be the option I would give. You can spend the money, or we're gonna have to tax it from you. You know, it's a shitty way to do it, but to get more circulation, more money, you know, make them pay their employees 1% to 2% more. You know, if you're collecting that kind of insane insane, grotesque wealth. Again, you're not, as we can see going forward, the path we're on leads you to a big pile of toilet paper, people. I'm talking to the mega rich that aren't going to watch this anyway. But if they paid every single employee 1% or 2% more on whatever their paycheck is, that increases buying power too. It could be even more than that. I'm just giving you rough numbers. When I hear educated kids, seemingly educated kids, talk about, oh, the rich should pay for college, the rich should pay for this and that and the other. No, the rich are not entitled, or you're not entitled to the rich's earnings. Those people earn that money. This is a capitalistic environment. That's fine. I do believe that there is an obscene level of wealth for certain individuals. It doesn't serve them to hold that money just to be, if you're Warren Buffett and you've got, if you've got net worth of, $50 billion, trillion, and it's tied up in all your assets, that's not exactly what I'm talking about. I'm talking about actual cold hard currency that they just stow away. Okay? That's the kind of stuff that needs to be repopulated, recirculated into our spending environment, our economical environment. That's going to help. Selling national parks, selling whatever they want to buy, but make them buy stuff. Make them buy computers for their companies, trucks, whatever. All that stuff needs to be bought. We're generating obscene amounts of things. Everybody's buying more and more stuff, except for the really, really, really rich people. They're not buying at a level. I'm not saying they're not buying, but if I spend 80% of my money on goods and services, that's fine. But if they spend what is equivalent to, let's say, 500 times my net worth for foods and services, let's say they spent, $5 million over the year for food and groceries and everything else they possibly buy, clothes, cars. They spent, less than a percentage of their money, and then the rest of it sits in escrow. It just builds on itself, but it's not helping the environment. That's just a simple thought. I listened to a video earlier where a seemingly educated college kid thought, oh, if the rich were taxed more, they could pay for college, and then everybody get public college, public schooling, and then forgive all the debt for college kids. The only thing I would say for forgiving debt for college kids, colleges have not gotten any better with what they do, people. They haven't. They've gotten more into a capitalistic society also, where they're just trying to push people through to make more and more money. Now, if that's what you're doing, then the price of college should go down, not up, because TVs are getting better, your phone is getting better, everything you have is getting so much better, and the price is not going up. You can buy a brand new TV that's got everything to it for $200 or $300. Okay, 10 years ago you couldn't do that. It was a $700 TV. So if we're getting better goods for a cheaper price, how are we paying more for less education, people? Everybody wake up and say, that ain't right. Anyway, just a couple things that have been on my mind. If you agree, leave me a comment. If you disagree, leave me a comment. If you have a social system in mind that's a good idea, leave a comment about that. Why not? Let's like, let's subscribe. Let's build me into something, people. Anyway, I'll catch you guys in the next video.